I'm Rick Howard, president of Kingdom Magic Vacations. In my job, I get to travel a lot. I explore the world on land and sea, eating in unique restaurants and discovering interesting locations. I'm always looking for new places to visit, and I want you to travel with me. Welcome to Travel with Rick. All right, we got another guest. Come on down. Ken, Rhino Ken.
I brought stuff. So.
He's got.
I brought props, but we'll save it for later.
Guys, I want to introduce me. You know him, you love him. This is Rhino Ken. Ken, one of my favorite people, number one, but definitely one of my favorite wine people in the world. You've taught me so much about wine, and you're such a great friend. Good to have you here, brother.
Rick, thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure and a whirlwind of excitement being a part of the Travel with Rick family.
200 episodes, man. Can you believe it?
I was on episode 39.
You're on episode
first
39.
Appearance.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. I can't believe it.
Okay.
So,
and what did we do on episode 39? Tell me about that one.
Well, I'm sure we went around the world at a food and wine festival, Disney over at Epcot.
Nice.
Yeah, man. I got to tell you, when I got the note from Andrew saying, "Hey, we're doing our 200th episode and come on down," I scratched my head and I went, man, I hope my hair looks great today.
What kind of hair day? Okay, so everybody knows their own hair. All right, so we're 4 for 4. You're number 5, dude. What kind of hair day? You're looking pretty good.
I have no idea.
He's looking good.
I don't look like a shaggy dog.
You're looking good.
Anyway,
it's hard to follow Nicole, though. She's really hard to follow her.
So I started thinking back to the first time we met.
Yeah, that was kind of a funny story.
It was.
We did not meet at Disney.
Nope.
We were in Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta for we'll call it an internet conference.
Okay.
On how to do podcasts, social media. Right.
So we went out afterwards and we're having I don't want to steal your story. We went out afterwards, we're having a glass of wine.
Yeah, we were having a glass of wine and
doing our little networking thing as you do with that, right?
Passing business cards around.
Had nothing to do with Orlando, had definitely nothing to do with Disney.
No, nothing at all.
Right, and so I handed you my business card. And you said, "Oh wow, Disney!" And it turns out that one of your best friends is actually an executive for Disney that we're very connected to as well.
Right.
And then we sang a chorus of "It's a Small World."
And then we started talking about, what do you do? What do I do? Oh, you do wine.
Right.
I'm doing food and wine. We're doing a video. Would you want to be on it?
Right.
And we've been connected ever since.
We have been, and we became fast friends, and really hung out a lot, and and we connected, through the wine thing, through the internet thing, through just hanging out and doing and just getting to know one another. And it's just really one of the cool things about the videos is, because of this, we meet a lot of people, but then we meet some really great people that we become friends with, and it's really awesome.
It's been great, like I said, and as I started thinking of it, I'm going, boy, that first episode, you didn't have Andrew, you didn't have this entourage of folks.
It's grown over the years.
It was this renegade of you with a bag and me, and we're running around Epcot, and people are staring at us, and then we saw this thing called this squirrel tail. I don't know if you want to get that on video, but that squirrel tail got more attention early on.
Yeah, and we get people that we get video bombers, that'll come in and want to jump in our shots and stuff, and that's half the fun of it. It really is. It's not a closed set. It's hey, we've got a little tripod. We set it up on a table and we talk about what we love, which is Disney. And food and wine and this whole atmosphere of this place.
And then because of that, you've invited me down to some of the 25 Days of Christmas stuff, which I love being a part of, and just sort of growing in that role. So I'm really excited about that. And, what were some of the other great things that we can talk about?
Well, okay, so what was your favorite episode? I will say that. I'll throw that out there first.
I'm going to say the first episode that we did together.
Okay.
Just because it was that spark of sort of this uncertainty, what's this going to be?
What are we going to do here, right? And we
had so much fun.
We did have a blast, and that was kind of the thing for us is, for me, when we started, it's like, we started filming this thing not knowing if anybody'd even watch.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's what you do. You know, it's like,
You put your faith in everybody out there.
well, you know, we recorded it thinking we love it and we'll put it up. And if one person watches, we had a good day. You know, and as it turns out, more than one watched, and we still had a great day. You know, but
I look at it differently. If you and I had a great time, then it was all worth it.
It was awesome.
Right?
If nobody
So,
watched.
yeah, exactly.
Right? If nobody at all watched.
But we're glad that there were some people. that
Okay,
did.
so this will be kind of funny for you. I was thinking about what my favorite episode with you, and we've had a lot of fun. You know, I mean, sometimes with Ken and I, you know, back in some of the first early days of travel with Rick. Now we do Food and Wine differently, right? So we do 31 days, we do one booth, one day, right? When you and I were doing it, some days we do 5 or 6 or 7 booths,
Yeah. And
6 or 7 or 14 glasses
so
of
we're
wine.
so as the episode
Woo!
progresses.
Yeah, by
it gets
the
like,
7th
whoa.
booth, it was like, hey, I love this. This is good food. I'm not
And
sure
sure,
what's
more
in
wine,
that.
and there we go.
I'm not sure what's in that, but I love it. so yeah, it's really changed. But I was thinking about what my favorite episode with you was. My favorite episode with you weren't even in the episode.
What?
You were filming the episode. It was the Gary Vaynerchuk episode.
Oh, man.
Remember that?
I
Remember what a good
absolutely
time we had
remember
that
that.
night? So like I don't remember what episode it was, but we had.
You were at the boardwalk.
Yeah, we were staying at the boardwalk, and I had met a couple years before. I had met Gary Vaynerchuk at again an internet marketing conference,
Yep.
and we had kind of connected, and we spent a few hours together talking about business and talking about video and talking about a lot of different things. And when I found out he was coming down for Food and Wine Festival, shot him out an email, and I said, "Hey Gary, we'd love to have you on the show." And I knew what a great fan Ken was of Gary Vaynerchuk and wine and everything, and I said, dude, you gotta come over and meet Gary with me. And Ken's like, sure, I'd love to, and yeah, I'll help you with the video. So I did this interview with Gary Vaynerchuk, and Ken filmed it, and it was one of the first times we did the squirrel, because Gary got a kick out of the squirrel. He kept wanting with it, because I remember when he said, you know, Rick, I get to do a lot of things like this, but one of the cool things is I get to meet people like you and that guy filming, and I get to meet that squirrel thing up there. Remember when he's, go back and watch it, it's hilarious. But what was fun was not that, you know, I got to talk to Gary Vaynerchuk or that you got to film Gary, but it was like after that, we got to spend like an hour and a half
Yeah,
with
he
him,
just
kind of
hung
hanging out and talking.
We had some wine.
We had
and
a blast.
Just
you know?
talking about everything, you know, not just work, not just how's the family.
Right.
How do you balance life and work and doing this and being everywhere? And it was
so
a lot.
somewhere during that episode,
I changed my vote. That's my best.
So somewhere during that episode, you know, it started out with, you know, Gary just kind of showed up because, you know, maybe he didn't feel obligated, but, you know, just because I wouldn't say we were friends, but because I kind of knew him and he kind of knew me, he's like, yeah, I'll do it. But we started talking and we started telling the story of how we got started. He really started getting into it.
Yeah,
you could see that interview kind of change because he's like, listen, I want to know more about this. And so he kind of shifted it, and it wasn't so much me interviewing him as it was he talking with me. And then at the end, you could kind of tell he had some obligations, but he's like, I'm having a great time. Let's go get some wine. And,
Right,
you know,
right,
and
yeah.
it really turned into, instead of him just blowing out of there, he really wanted to hang out for a little
Yeah,
while afterwards.
that was
and we had a
great.
blast. It was a lot of fun. And we're both, you know, getting pictures and getting autographs and stuff. Yeah, that was a really fun time. So that was my favorite time. So you're
That
one
was
of the
good.
rare ones
Wow,
that,
wow.
you know, my favorite episode with you was when you weren't even
I was
in
the
episode.
Andrew of-
You were the camera guy that day. So.
And I remember that. I think I remember going, oh man, am I going to be able to get down there? You know what? I think I should make time for this.
And you never
run
know.
down.
And so, guys, if you're watching, if you're thinking about doing something like this, you never know what I don't know if I want to do this or should I do this. You know, if you think there's an opportunity, you definitely should do it.
Just do
you
it,
know?
yeah.
You know, because I remember I was so nervous about meeting him, and I was so, you know, I'm always kind of nervous. I'm nervous tonight, you know, talking with all these people, you know, who've got their own blogs, who are doing their own thing, but you know, take time to come out and spend time with us tonight. And you just never know what open door really kind of moves you to the next thing. You know, it's really cool.
Absolutely. So what's your favorite food and wine? You know, it's not during Food and Wine, so it's a different vibe, right? So we can really think about, like.
Help me. Okay, so what do you mean?
I got the.
So my favorite wine that I drink?
No. I want food first.
Food. Okay, so my favorite food. You wanted the truth?
Yeah.
Chili.
No, we want you to just yeah, of course.
Chili dogs.
No. From Food and Wine.
Oh, from Food and Wine. I thought you meant my favorite food.
No.
I thought everybody knows.
Chili
Okay,
dogs.
so from Food and Wine. from Food and Wine. Right now, over at the Flower and Garden Festival, cheese and grits.
That's not food and wine.
Yeah, I mean not cheese and grits, shrimp and grits. The shrimp and grits over at the Flower and Garden Festival.
Really?
Oh, did you hear the collective?
Oh, yeah, you got some moans back here. I don't know.
You guys don't like the shrimp and
Well, that's
grits?
flower
delicious.
festival.
flower-
Okay, so food and wine.
We just had that today. The
He
shrimp
loves
grits are
desserts,
great.
Ken.
I know he loves
Oh, no, he
desserts.
doesn't do desserts. Okay, so favorite thing from Food and Wine Festival.
Singapore sling.
Wow. The cheddar, yeah, the beef rendang from Singapore.
Oh boy.
Singapore, you're never gonna get over that. Ever.
Hey.
Wow.
Turns out.
So you know, one of the things I look forward to every year is definitely the cheddar cheese soup from
Cheddar cheese
Canada.
soup.
Yeah.
I love the first time we went to the
Hey,
UK,
Rick,
Ireland.
Rick, that
and
can't count. He has to come up with another one because that's always in Canada.
Yeah, but
So you
but it's available in a little. But yeah, but it's available in a little cup for $3. I'm sorry, we're losing it.
Now we're losing. So anyway, so in the UK and
All right. Okay. So all right. So really. All right. So then, truthfully, my very, very, very favorite thing are the beef empanadas from Argentina
With?
the chimichurri sauce from the beef thing. You know that they
From the
put
beef,
the
yeah,
chimichurri
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Yeah. So you can't get chimichurri with it unless you ask for it. That's a travel with Rick special tip right there. Get the empanada and
but
ask for the
ask for the
chimichurri.
chimichurri. That's good. That's
There
on
you
my
go.
list too.
There you
but
go.
the seafood.
The fisherman's pie
the-
from Ireland.
The fisherman's pie, which has the lobster and the scallops in it.
Yeah,
Off the hook.
that's
The first
big.
year we did that, we
so big.
we lifted out hunks of lobster and we went, whoa! I remember that. That was
Right.
awesome.
All right. All right. Before we go, Ken, let's take a couple minutes and do some questions. We got some questions from over there.
Why do- I have.
He's got gifts. We're gonna do questions and then he's got gifts.
I have gifts for you.
Aww.
This
Right.
is the commemorative Travel with Rick
Dude,
200th episode.
look at this.
I don't know if it's going to come out on the video, but try and do that.
Look at this. Travel with Rick 200th episode.
I brought one for Andrew for being a part of our family.
And you know what's cool about mine? Look.
Whoa, whoa,
There's a prize inside of the prize. And
Just
it's
a bottle of cab. I know you're more of a white drinker,
Oh, but dude,
you know,
I love cabs. I
you
do
can't
love
give
cabs.
a- you know.
Chateau Saint Michelle, Cabernet Sauvignon, Columbia Valley, 2010. You know, before I met you, I couldn't even say anything.
Oh, my
That's
son.
awesome.
Anyway, and then I brought a
Sensei.
couple extra for you to give away.
So
whatever
cool.
you want to do with them, it's
Right.
up to you.
All right. Listen, guys, speaking of giving away, if you've ever commented on an episode ever, this is the episode you want to comment on, because when we read your comments on Friday, this is weird.
What?
Because, all right, John, help me out here. They're going to see this on Friday.
Yes.
They're going to be commenting on Friday. So next week,
Oh, yes. The following.
this is the one you want to be commenting on, because not only do we have Ken stuff, but we've got some special 200th cool stuff we're going to be giving away. I'm not saying any more than that, but we've got this cool stuff, and we've got some of our Ken. Thank you, dude. This totally rocks. You made my day.
Congratulations on 200 episodes.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so cool.